Hello everyone, welcome to the Northern Tarot. My name is Andy. Today, to continue our series of numerologies, I will do episode 3. And this episode 3 is gonna conclude the general basics knowledge of numerology. And after this, you can take it with you and develop if you want to study further. Now, before we start this, I will give you a concept which is very necessary. It's not numerology, but it will help you with other things too. The reason why I want to share with you about this because it's gonna relate to the content of what we're studying today. So the concept is the difference between belief and faith. Now, the reason why we have to really understand this because now belief is something that you are made to. For example, you see the example out there, people can do this, people can do that. It start to make you to believe in something. So believe that you can, for example, you don't know how to swim, but you see how people learn to swim, and then you believe that if you give it a try, you learn it, then you can swim. So that is belief. Now, based on that, you actually, being influenced by different sources of informations and, evidences. This is more about the practical of the dual world that we are in. So this is quite subjective from yourself to reflect, your attached conceptions. So these concepts being attached to you, or you attach to this concept, that also means that you actually can split it, can remove it, can change it, can modify it, right? Now, faith is something, is actually on another level, is higher. Faith is something from deep down inside you, from within you. So most of the time, you don't understand why you want to stick to your belief or something that even it seems impossible. Let's make an example, right? So if the maximum speed of a human being can run, let's say 20 kilometers per hour. Let's just make an example. That's if the maximum is 20, but you don't believe it. You think that you can break that record because you feel like you have more stamina, you have more strength, you have that agility in you, and because of that faith in you, no one ever done this before, and you broke the record. So you prove to people that, hey, I was right because I have faith in myself. So faith is something that from your inner, it's like your inner soul, not inner strength, inner soul. So most of the time, if you have faith in something, you're feeling it's aligned with what you're looking for, what you're searching for, or the way you feel. It creates the insights of something. Now, the reason why I have to say this, because in this topic today, episode 3 of numerology, we gonna do the chart of the 4 picks in a lifetime for people. And because of that, there will be each number that, attached to different peak period of your life. So we need to have some discussions, sharing about the meanings of each numbers, which is the ruling numbers. There's a lot of documents and different way of interpreting these numbers. numbers in numerology is slightly different from numbers in angel numbers, and different from religious numbers. So there are different ways of interpreting these numbers. You know, if you study numbers, I know that there's a lot of you studying deep into the things, but to me, this is what my insight. So this is my faith, and also it's my observation. This is my work of years and years, you know, trying to explain and observe these things. So I will share with you. There's no right or wrong, so don't tell me that if I'm wrong with the numbers, because you might say, hey, you know, I read in that book, and or that person there saying this, but you don't say that. But I'm sure that we'll share some common traits of these numbers together. Okay, so now let's go straight to the whiteboard, and I will show you what I know when it comes to the 4 picks of a person. Okay, so welcome everyone to my whiteboard, and now we will start with drawing how I learn how to draw a chart of the 4 picks of your lifetime for one person. So it's quite simple, right? We will draw 2 pyramids. Now we will draw a small one first. And then we will draw a big one outside. And then we will draw a 2 small pyramid inside this. Okay, so this is how your 4 picks gonna be depicted by you know, graphics. And this one is about the date. Sorry, this one is month. So this one is month. And this one is date, and this one is year. So this is your birthday. This is your birthday. Birthday. Now the formula of how to calculate the 4 picks I already provided in episode 2. If you new, you can go back to episode 2 and watch the video. Now let's make myself as an example. So my birthday was on the 5th December. So the date I have number 5, the month I have number 12, and the years you have to plus all the year together. So month 12, I will become, like, I will put 1982. This is easier. And then we will have to make it become one digit number, right? So 1 plus 2 is 3. So my month is number 3, and my date is 5, is still 5, and the year is 1 plus 9 is 10, 10 plus 8 is 18, 18 plus 2 is 20, 20 is 2 plus 0 is 2. So we have 3, 5, 2. Now it's so easy, right? Pick one. This is how you find out which number of that period. Now pick one. Pick 1, pick 2, and then pick 3, and then pick 4. Okay, so pick one. We will use a magical number 36 minus the ruling number. What is your ruling numbers? And we will find, and we know that is the age of your pick one. So for me, 36 minus 10 is 26, because my ruling number is 10. Now, so my pick one will be when I'm 26, which is, I need another color for this. Let's choose a purple. So pick one, I will be 26. Okay. Now pick 2. Plus 9. You only need to know your first pick, and then you add every 9 years. So 26 plus 9 is 35. So pick 2, I'm gonna 35-year-old. And pick 3, 35 plus 9 is 44, which is where I'm heading to. And then pick 4 is 44 plus 9 is 53. So that is my last pick. Okay, now to find the ruling number of each period that you're going to. For example, pick 1. From I was born until 26. When I'm 26, was 26 years old. That was my pick 1. Now, you just need to add the 2 numbers that we have underneath here, and we will see them. So my pick 1, 3 plus 5 is 8. Oops, sorry guys. So 3 plus 5 is 8. Yeah. And now pick 2, 5 plus 2 is 7. Now pick 3. Pick 3, we will have to add the pick 1 and pick 2 together. So 8 plus 7 is 15. And 15, because it's 2-digit number, so we have to bring it down to 1-digit number. 15 is 1 plus 5 is 6. So my pick 3 is 6. Okay, now for pick 4, we will add the 2 numbers of the month and the year to make the top of the pyramid. So 3 plus 2 is 5. Now, basing on this, if you notice, 3 and 2, we already knew. That also saying that our destiny been chosen. Whatever that you learn through pick 1, pick 2, pick 3, is will allow you to be the one that you become. On the contrary, the number in the middle between pick 1, pick 2, pick 3, we will have to go and do the maths. So to figure out which task we need to complete along that period, which is allow us to be upgrade and evolve ourselves to the certain purposes. So it's not that every period we do the same things, because if we finish one task, all the lessons that we learn, we gain the wisdom that we're supposed to do. We gain the growth that will serve us when we're going back home, and so on. So it's so easy to see the final number of where you're heading right away, but it's not easy to find the number and explain during the way of your soul journey. So this is, the logic of everything, because the universe is working on a very, very logical ways of allocating materials, knowledge, energies, vibrations, everything. It's so complicated. It's the way that beyond the human beings knowledge and wisdom. Okay, so basing on that, we will understand that now we will have to go and find out the meaning of why number 7 here, why number 8 is here. That indicates that you need to figure out what is that you need to achieve in that period of time of that pick, right? Okay, now because of this, we will have to go to the number of the meaning of the numbers. So because in numerology, the ruling number is always equal or higher than ruling number. Ruling numbers, right? 11. So we will start with one by one. And it's gonna be forever if you want to dig deep into the meaning of each number. However, here I will provide some of my very key notes, key terms of the meaning, and then you can develop yourself. First of all, let's go with number 2. And remember, this is my insight in combinations with my study in the past. So it's gonna be quite personal. This is from me. Okay, now let's go with number 2. Number 2 in numerology, but in general the same. It really connected to your intuition. So this is like your will chakra. How I say it is about harmony. So the key terms for this gonna be harmony. Now, and intuition. This number is very similar to the trait of Pisces because they are very intuitive. They really love art, creativities. But they can be very passive because they always want to. They don't have the leadership. They don't want to be the leaders. They just want to integrate into societies and contributing the harmony. So that is about Pisces. Now you might disagree because you say no, Pisces is very bad. This is why the people with number 2 can be quite misled, and they being misled because they are too passive with their thinking. That they don't want to be in the light. They don't want to be known. They just want to be anonymous, and because they not have a strong will, that's why they can be stumbling through temptations and being corrupted easily, and depends on the environment of how they develop and grow. That's why number 2 is always in demand of leadership. They are really good at being assistant, playing in a band, or working as a group, or workers in a factory, for example, or staff, because they have they have a loyalty, they have a dedicated skill, and they are really love peaceful environment. They really reliable when it comes to logistics, looking after people, caring. These kind of works very suitable with these people with number 2. Okay, now number 3. Number 3 is associated with teamwork. And these people love fun, party. So I will put party here. Party animal. They love fun and very good company. So this number, actually, I find it's very similar to Sagittarius with number 3, because we actually very friendly people. We can do, but we can work independently or in a team. And we also have a leadership too. So we are totally different from the people with number 2. So if you have number 3, you know why people love you, why people wants to be around you, and it will reflect everything's in your chart, in your birth chart. And if you haven't watched the video about the birth chart, you can go back to episode 1, because I introduced the birth chart in episode 1. Okay, so that is number 3. Now number 4. Number 4 is about stability. So this is about order. Some of the numbers is very similar with, you know, tarot, with angel numbers, religious numbers, Hebrew numbers, for example. It's just different way of interpreting things, but there will be common traits about this number. Now, number 4 is about order, stability, or administration. So the people are very good at, you know, organizing. They have a very high organizing skills, and they are very good at being a leader, especially when it comes to politics. We come to organizing the whole companies, or like executive director. That is very suitable to them with number 4, and they are very stable, they are very reliable. So that is very good if you have number 4. Okay, now let's go to number 5. Number 5 is about free spirit. Number 5 is about connecting. It's about travel, selfless, loving, caring. And they too caring that they even forgot about themselves, which is me. I have number 5 here. Now, I will put down here. If you want to take note, then feel free to take note. Free spirit. Because these are all the things that I'm trying to recall in my mind, with my insights and all the experiences that I've been observing life so far. And I'm quite satisfied with these key terms. Now, number 5 about free spirit, travel, connecting, selfless, and loving, caring. Yeah, loving, caring. I just put loving, right? So these people need to really learn how to look after themselves before they start to getting selfless again for other people, because they will end up in disappointment, hurt and pains, and all these sort of things. Now, come to number 6. Number 6 is basically connecting to your heart chakra. So I will put the keyword as empath. Number 6 is very a big heart people, an empath. Now, number 6 is indicate that when you are an empath, you are definitely a light worker or healer, and you will using that energies to spread that love and that heart to people. And also you will be very blossoming in charity works, in healing work, in community works, whatever that you feel in your heart that urge you to do. So that is number 6. Number 6 is also about always about how I say going through the reminding of yourself, because you're an empath. So you always have to remind who you are, what you're doing, so you always keep your goals straight and you don't swing between multi options and paths and choices in your life, in your careers. So that is one of the thing that we have to pay attention if you have number 6. Now, number 7. Number 7 is about philosophy. Now, this number is quite confusing, and a lot of people are scared of number 7. I will explain why. Number 7 is philosophy. Now, philosophy here is not about you go and studying things and read a lot of books. This is about self-training to to go from belief to faith. So you have that faith in philosophy, you have that tendency of philosophy. But obviously when you were younger, you don't know a lot of things hidden inside you, so you need to go and find it out to gain that level of philosophy again. Now the people with number 7 normally doing the task of the old soul, which is going revive all the knowledges that they learned before and put into a system, or somehow or find a way to spread it, to share with people, to have the world better. It's very me too. However, to gain this philosophy level, it always comes with sacrifice, exchange. So exchange with sacrifice, sacrifices or losses. Sacrifices here is you will have to lose a certain things in your life, or you have to give up a certain things in your life, so you can focus into that path of what you are being drawn to. Now losses here because it's a lot of people have number 7s, and I will give you an example later, and it even connected to the cases of losing the loved one, children, parents, siblings. That money is too normal, right? But a lot of people can be shocked by losing money too, because the sum of the money is too much, for example. So anything that related to losses and sacrifice, if you have number 7 and in that situations, you need to understand that there's a lessons, or there's a kind of like the arrangement of destiny trying to guide you to the door that you're supposed to go. Hence, the losses sacrifice is inevitable. Now, let's go to number 8. Number 8, right? Number 8, we have number 8. I only have one word for it. It's money, abundance. So because number 8 is about infinity, if you think about that, so it will be related to abundance. Abundance. Business. Very driven people. Very driven people. If you have number 8, then yeah, your life, or that period of your life is very good. I have one number 8 here, which is I will explain later. Now number 9. Number 9 is about humanity. From number 9 to number 11, your level of frequency start to become very spiritual, because it requires you a lot of community works or healing works, or even self devotions to spiritual growth, right? So number 9 is humanity. Wisdom. Humanity, wisdom. Yep, I think that's enough for number 9. These people, when you have number 9, or that period of time of that pick, you have number 9, you will have to remember that it's your destiny to go and do the healing work, the light work, the charity works, the community works, whatever that have the communities, the public, to improve the living environment. Okay, so that's in number 9. Now these people are very good at nursing, doctors, healthcare, even teaching, because teaching is also healing. Beauty is also healing. Art is also healing. There's a lot of works that you can heal. Singing is also healing. So if you have number 9, then you should focus on that and you'll be successful. Okay, now number 10 and number 11. The number 10 and 11 will be different, right? So from number 10, the number 10 is basically is the combinations of all the numbers. So you have all the traits from number 2, number 3, so you have to number 9, so you have harmony, you have teamwork, you have leadership, you have stability, you have free spirit, you are an empath, you are a philosopher, and you have business mind, and you very wise with, very broad wisdom. So that's number 10. But this number 10, let's say combine 2 to 9, right? So that is the easiest way to put it that way. However, the different number 11 is quite similar but different, right? Number 10 is tend to go and change people. Because that's their destiny, that's their mission, to go and change people. They will have to throw themselves into different situations to deal with people one by one, individually. So I will put individually here. Rather than they want the whole, like bunch of people. For example, like when I'm trying to have people around where I am or wherever I go, even one person, I still do exactly the same for 10 people or 1,000 people. The number is never, the matter for me. It doesn't make me feel happier or less happy. As long as I can have one person or 2 people, it's the same. So that's why I know all these things, and that's why I explain this is from my inside, because of course I studied this before, but it's been a long time ago. Now comes to number 11. Number 11 is more about spiritual dedication. And a lot of people don't understand because they don't know about numerology. The reason why I say this because see, when you have number 11 in some of your pick, for example, and then you know right away that you need to go and find out, because the soul journey is about spiritual growth for everyone. But some of the soul dedicate themselves trying to upgrade to the level of the master, if you understand what I mean. Now, the people with number 11 tend to make good money, but they don't understand why they've been given that money, but then in exchange for physical, not illness, but it's like you're not strong in activities, physical activities, because your brain tend to develop, and for that reasons the physical exchange compensations needs to happen, so your brain can be more active and can be comprehend these spiritual concepts, knowledge, wisdoms in a better way, because obviously that you want to dedicate that. So this is quite a personal choice of the soul with number 11, but they are very spiritual, they are very intuitive, and they also got all the traits from 1 to 10, and these people, most of the time probably they will want to become like a monk or some sort of religions, a priest, people like that. The people want to dedicate that through lives, or if they want to get into that cycle of spiritual dedications. So that is number 11. Okay, so this is the general ideas. Of course, there will be different way of, interpreting. Before I go, we'll look at my chart and then we'll explain this. So pick one. So pick one, I was 26 and I got number 8, so which is abundance and business. Now at that time I was really, really rich. This is back to 2002. And I took off from my career very fast and I did multiple jobs at the same times. And I never thought about money, and I actually got fed up with money. And that is when I realized that it didn't make me happy, so I gave it up. I did a lot of great jobs, and I got so looked up by my friends, my family when I was 26 up till 28 when I decided to travel the world, because I feel like there is something that I was missing. And so that is pick one. Now pick two, up to when I'm 35, and I've got number 7. This is the time that I decided to travel to the UK. Now I wasn't sure what I was looking for. I didn't plan to stay, but then I was led to stay. That is very another story, right? So it's all about destiny. I just follow the call inside me. I went through a lot of hardship. I went through a lot of shock, because my life turned upside down, totally different. And to the years of 35, this is the number 7. So number 7 is about philosophy exchange. So I did exchange. So I gave up my money, my career, to go and fight the philosophy. And I did exactly what I did. And around the year when I was 35, my father died. So there's a loss of that period. My years actually was 38 when my father died. However, I checked with my sister, because my sister also Sagittarius, and my father died the same year of her pick, of the second pick. So I was 3 years later, but she was right on the year that of her pick that my father died. So there was some inaccuracy, but it's still accurate. The thing is, people might have the roadmap pre-calculated of when they die, for example. However, because of the work they're doing, of the contributions, they extend their longevity. That is, or because of other things that not ready yet. So the plan will be delayed, but eventually we still have to go to that divine timing of when we're gone. We were not gone, but we just go back to the cycle to reincarnate, and then we will have the time to go back home and rest, like having a holidays before you go back to school. So basically, we are here to learn. We in the school. We're not here to keep anything. We're not here to do anything that needs to be super big or super successful, super mighty. This is all about training how you can create that loving energy that can nurture the light and the dark, to allow the expansions of the creations of God or the universe to keep going. So that is exactly what we're doing. But I'm so disappointed that a lot of people still, especially people with our channels, still have that attitude of being hostile, being mean, being toxic. I don't get it. So why people keep doing that? If you're here to learn and you don't learn it, you go back and learn exactly the same thing. So for me, I want to save my time. I want to learn exactly what I need to learn, complete it, share it, I go back happy, I go, and then the next time I choose something higher level to do it. So that is the joy, because I'm driven. Okay, so now let's go back to my example. So pick 3 is where I'm heading. So this is pick 3 is where I'm heading. So 44, I'm 40 now, so I have another 4 years. So number 6 is an empath. So that is me. And this is who I become. It's a clear and great example for people. And I'm gonna keep doing it. Doesn't matter if I can make money with other things or not, because we all need some money. But the thing is, when you're serving your purpose, there will be sufficient materials provided to allow you to do your job and live a decent life. That is the faith, not the belief, right? And the last pick of myself when I'm 53, before I can retire and be in, on the top of the world and do it and keep doing what I enjoy, is when I'm 53 and my number is 5. Amazing. So 5 is in next 13 years, another cycle. So I have to work hard this cycle. Another cycle, I'm gonna be free spirit. I can travel, I can connect people, selfless, loving people again. And that is me. And that is my birthday. So my destiny been chosen since I was born, for that reason. Okay guys, so this is all I got for you. For basic knowledge, this is probably the last episode of numerology. However, I suddenly think of I could provide you with how to do the same with your name, with the numbers. So I will have to prepare that, and episode 4 will about names and numbers. Thank you everyone for always supporting me. I love you all, and if you like what I'm doing, please like, share the video, or subscribe to my channel if you're new. And if you want to donate, please find donate button in the description box, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you and bye bye.